Samsung Galaxy S10, what are my thoughts? Great question. Great question. Let's see if I can give you an answer. Hey there, friends on YouTube. My name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech so honest it hurts. And today, people, I am back from San Francisco. I am really kind of tired. Traveling is difficult for old people, and so I just needed to sleep a lot of the day. And I slept until about 11 o'clock, which is late for me, late. Anyway, but I did have a chance when I was out there in San Francisco to get my hands on the Galaxy S10, the Galaxy S10 Plus, the Galaxy S10e, and a bunch of the peripherals that they've also put out, like the Galaxy Sport Watch and the Buds, the Galaxy Buds. In fact, they gave everybody who was part of the media contingent a pair of the Galaxy Buds, so I've got a review of those coming soon. I did use them for a little while so far, and I do like them. So, but there's more that I need to go through to see how well they might work for me. But so far, first report, Galaxy Buds, very nice, sound pretty good. Anyway, Samsung Galaxy S10. Let's get right into it. I mean, what's different about these phones? Well, there are three of them. The S10e is probably the most interesting one because it's a little bit smaller. It has a flat screen instead of the curved infinity screen, I guess is what they call it. I think it's 5.8 inches. It feels really small, although 5.8 inches is not really small. And I did like the flat screen. I've been hoping for a long time that the Galaxy Note would get a flat screen because it's really hard to write with the S Pen on a Galaxy Note device and not have your stylus like slip off the edge because it has rounded edges. So the Galaxy E, that starts at $750, which for 5.8 inch screen, I mean, I guess that's not too bad. It's got all of the things that the bigger boys have, except for it only has 2 cameras instead of 3, so it doesn't get that wide angle camera that is the all important camera. It has the Infinity O display, which is that hole in the top right hand corner of the screen. The S10, the bigger brother, the S10 is just pretty much what you would expect from a Galaxy S10 device. 6.1 inch screen, which is nice. It also has the Infinity O display, and then it has 3 cameras on the back, which is 12 megapixel regular, 12 megapixel telepocus, and then I want to say a 16 megapixel ultra wide. But then again, I'm just saying this off the top of my head, trying to think back to all the stuff that I looked at while I was there. I got to play around with the phones a little bit. I did not get to try out things like the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner. I did not get to try out I didn't get to try out the phone really all that much. Because they didn't give me one. I still haven't quite figured out who gets phones and who doesn't. I mean, of course, I'm still like, compared to others, a relatively small channel. I didn't really expect to walk away with the phone. I hoped, fingers crossed, that I would walk away with the phone. But in lieu of actually getting one or getting any significant hands-on time like some of the other YouTubers did, I was just like most of the other folks who went to the event, where there was a room, they had table upon table upon table of Samsung devices laid out, and you could pick them up and you could play with them and you could look at them, and they had product ambassadors that could kind of walk you through what was there, and could give you some ideas about what they could do, and they knew how to give the spiel about this is what it is and these are the exciting features and blah 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 blah. Met some really good people. Jimmy as Promo was somebody that I met when I was there. He was working in the Samsung booth, as well as a couple other folks who came up to me. Thank you so much for doing that. It was really fun to talk to everybody. I was there with my boy El Jefe, Jeff from El Jefe Reviews, and we were both kind of grabbing things and looking at things, and I was really it was really good to have somebody else there to bounce opinions off, ideas off, and so that was really good. What were some of my takeaways about the Galaxy S10 devices as opposed to the Galaxy S devices of the past. Now, Samsung made a big deal about the fact that this was the 10th anniversary of the Galaxy S devices. I had one of the very first Galaxy S devices, the Samsung Captivate. And I can say, having that phone and many of the S devices since, the S line has come a long way. Some of the standout features, though, I didn't have a Samsung phone to compare it against, but once again, the screen on these phones looks amazing. The screen just looks so good. And I don't know how Samsung does it year after year, but these are better than the screens that have come before. And I don't know what kind of special sauce they've put in there, but they are supposedly better than what they've had before, and they look like it. I'll tell you that. One of the polarizing things that I was interested in seeing to see if it really bothered me all that much was the Infinity O or the Infinity, I don't know, spider eyeball displays, where they laser cut out a space for the front-facing cameras on both the two smaller phones, and then sort of a pill-shaped dude that goes in where the two cameras are on the front of the S10 Plus. Samsung, very sneaky. They put some stock wallpapers in there with a dark upper corner, upper right corner, so that they hide those little things. But I did try some video with the little holes in the screen, and I did find that in regular, like not zoomed out mode, you missed the holes, and that was okay. If you did zoom out, you did get the hole, and if you did have a bright screen, something bright on the screen, then you could see the hole. And it was kind of distracting to me. Other people have said it doesn't bother them all that much. A lot of people who saw the phone said that they didn't really mind the hole or the pill or whatever. It was not as bad as a notch, and Samsung has now never had a notch. All the way to the edge screen. I mean, just so little bezel on the top and bottom and none on the sides. Really did make this a good-looking phone. But I still don't really like that they have to have that hole in the screen. The other feature that they announced, that they introduced, that I was kind of excited about was the reverse charge thing that they had going on, where you could it basically turns the phone into a wireless charger. Now, it's not a very powerful wireless charger, and it has some limitations as to how much and how strong the charge is and that kind of thing, and when it'll stop so it doesn't kill your phone, all that kind of stuff. But where I think it's going to be really valuable is with something like the new Galaxy Buds that have a wireless charging case, and you can just drop those right on the back of the thing and it will charge those. Those don't need a huge charge in order to get some time back. You can also charge the watch that way. Samsung also released a new 2-pad fast charger. So there's a fast charger on one side, a regular charger, a fast charge 2 and fast charge 1 on either side. But yeah, that reverse charge is a really cool feature. So all in all, I mean, overall, it's another Galaxy S device. There's some things that they've done here that are pushing the envelope forward, and so I'm glad to see that. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on one, which I haven't. Well, other than standing there, it was more like standing there, sort of browsing at your local wireless store more than anything, although the customer service was much better, and the people who were helping you were much more knowledgeable than the typical person at your local wireless store. I didn't really get to do much more with the phones than to handle them. They feel good in the hand, as it were, and they are very nice. Some new colors that are very good. I like the onyx white. It's kind of translucent. I got a bag that has that same translucent kind of look to it. I gave that to my wife because she loves bags. But overall, I think it's going to be a solid phone for Samsung. It's not reinventing the wheel, but it is adding a few things that I think will attract some people. I don't know if this is the phone that everybody was keeping their S8 and waiting for the S10. I don't know if it's that big a deal, but it does have the Snapdragon 855 and all the other things. If you want to hear specs, you can watch another video, because I don't really care about what the specs are, especially after everybody else has made a video about what the specs are. I want to cover stuff, my own impressions, my own thoughts, my own feelings about where this device is going to fall in, and what it's going to say about 2019 as the very first flagship of the year. And I think what we're seeing is refinement still. There's no big, change in the guard in terms of what smartphones look like or what they do. There's refinements, and that's what the Samsung Galaxy S series is all about. I'll be interested to see how the S10e sells. I'll be interested to see if the S10e doesn't sort of cobble away some of the sales of the S10, and of course the S10 Plus. Now, before the S10 was announced, there was a lot of thought that it might be, $1,200 or $1,300 or something like that. It's coming in at the start at $999, which is the most that an S Plus phone has been. And that's a little bit pricey considering, well, I mean, Apple did it, so why can't Samsung? The price thing is crazy. If you want to know even more about what I think about the crazy pricing, you can watch my video on the Galaxy Fold, which was really the star of the show. That's where they spent the majority of their time talking about the Galaxy Fold, showing off what it's going to be able to do. But yeah, that's a $2,000 smartphone. Anyway, those are my thoughts about the Samsung Galaxy S10 series and, the little bit of experience that I got to have with them out there in San Francisco at the Bill Graham Auditorium, where I got to put it in my hands and hold it for a little while and then put it back down and leave. Let me know if you have any questions at all down in the comments below. I'm sure there's stuff that you guys want to know that I didn't cover in this video. I really just wanted to give you my impressions about what I experienced and what my first blush thoughts were about the phone. So let me know down in the comments anything that you want to know. Thanks once again for being here. I really do appreciate it. If this was your first time here and you want to come back again, well, you can do that by doing some of these things down here. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited that my YouTube channel is taking me out into the larger world so that I can go and look at some of this stuff and have a bunch of fun. Anyway, again, my name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech, so honest it hurts. Until the next time, I'm out. Hey, you're still here and you haven't left yet, and maybe you want to watch another video. There are a couple of videos here that I suggest that maybe you want to check out. Also, hit me on the social medias over there, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'd love to have you back again sometime soon. Thank you so much for being here.